Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is what is your life purpose? There are going to be three piles, and the timestamps for each pile will be in the description box in the comment section below. As always, if the readings resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. To all of my subscribers and returning viewers, as always, I greatly appreciate your support and your positive energy. For newer viewers, after this video, you may feel free to return to my channel. There are other videos, topics, and readings there. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding what is your life purpose. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the cards that came out and then we will go ahead and get into each message. So the first card out for this group is the Queen of Swords. It is followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Nine of Wands, followed by the Strength card. And the final card out is the Lovers. Bottom of the deck energy is the Fool card. So yeah, there are quite a few different messages coming through. I absolutely love the energy in these cards. I haven't gone to the other two piles yet, but so far this is looking like it may be my favorite. Or the one that just feels the most powerful. But with the Queen of Swords energy coming out, doesn't matter your gender. This is just the energy. Those drawn to this pile, you could be someone very strong-willed, very sharp-minded, very intellectual and intelligent. You could be someone who is very trusted. This is the energy of someone who's like a hermit. You tend to maybe be to yourself. You prefer to enjoy your own company. You may not trust easy. You could be single. For this pile, a lot of you, if not all of you, have been single for a very long time. Okay, you could be recently single, or by the time you step into your life purpose, you could have been single for a while leading up to that point. For some of you, you could be divorced, but either way, the Queen of Swords is a single energy. This is someone who does not trust and open up easily. So this is someone who doesn't allow people to get close to her all that often. And this is not someone who is going to throw caution to the wind when it comes to opening up to others. The Queen of Swords holds her cards to her chest. This is not someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. The sword that she yields, this is a sword that she uses to defend and protect herself and others. And this is oftentimes, I always say, the sword, in my opinion, that she holds in her hand is the one that she's had to pull out of her own back many times that other people have put there. The Queen of Swords has been through a journey. Okay, so those drawn to this pile, you've been through it. When you get to the archetypes of the Queen and King of Swords type of energy, you've been through heartbreak, you've been through deception, conflict, rumor, speculation, could be legal battles. As I said, could be divorce. You have had a lot of painful endings. You have been sabotaged. You've been taken advantage of. The Queen of Swords has become defensive and protective and guarded of herself and has set so many strong boundaries because she's had to become this person, right? And as I said, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's just the energy. When you're in this Queen of Swords energy, this is something you've had to evolve into. You know, you've been through lessons in life that have put you in an energy where you've had to become strong. You've had to turn your own pain into power. You've had to walk away from a lot of situations and rise up from it and become stronger and more assertive and more wiser, because the Queen of Swords is wise. This is a wise counsel energy. This is the type of energy of someone where others go to for advice. This is a decision maker. This is a leader, because this person has clarity. And this person has clarity because they've had to cut out, with the sword, cut out so many energies and experiences and pull themselves out of circumstances where they were clouded, where they were confused, where people were, deceiving them, stealing from them, hurting them. This is not an easy, throne to get to when you think of the Queen of Swords and King of Swords archetypes. So I do feel like with this Wheel of Fortune coming out, the Wheel of Fortune is a card of good karma. It's the card of sudden things happening. It's like destiny. It's fated circumstances and events, and it's in the upright. So this is like a lucky turn, like something coming out of nowhere, like a blessing or a miracle in disguise that you're not expecting comes out of nowhere, but it's meant for you. It's destined to happen. And I feel like this has to do with your life purpose. So there could be something that is coming in, right? If it hasn't already. Each of you are at a different point in your journey, but it's like this good karma, this lucky turn, this positive um shift in your life is coming in because you have been through much, but because you have stayed strong, right? You've stayed the course. You've learned from things and became stronger from it. With this Queen of Swords energy, this is the energy of you still having your integrity, you still choosing to operate in a authentic and genuine and righteous energy, even after being deceived, even after being hurt, even after going through life circumstances and overcoming so many obstacles. It's like you still have operated in this energy of having a high morale, being, righteous towards others. Even if you close your energy off, you still lead with a positive and trustworthy nature. You did not become the energies that have hurt you or become the experiences you have been through, because we do have the Nine of Wands following the Wheel of Fortune. And the Nine of Wands energy is the energy of someone who, again, is similar to the Queen of Swords, someone who has had to win many battles, but they're standing there still strong, still protecting themselves, still guarded. I feel like for this group, your life's purpose is going to either be teaching, healing, right? Because the Queen of Swords is emotionally intelligent and deals with the mental health and energies. This is also the energy of someone who protects and defends others. So for some of you, you're either going to be like in law enforcement, a lawyer, you could also go into politics, or this is the energy of a coach, a teacher, a professor, a therapist, a counselor. This could even be an author writing self-help books. The Queen of Swords deals with the mind, and it also deals with defending and protecting others. So this is the energy where you will either use the strength you've gained, right? Because we have the Nine of Wands. This is the energy of being strong, physically strong and strong internally. And then it's paired out here with the actual strength card of inner strength and also physical strength. The strength card is also the card of having influence and having the ability to use your own inner strength, your own energy overall to handle and kind of manage and maintain the energy of others, right? Because in the strength card, you have the energy of this woman, and it's like she is calmly taming this lion, right? This roaring, raging, angry lion. She's calming him, but she's doing so with her own calm but assertive energy, right? So it's like she's asserting herself, but there's still an energy of patience and humbleness there. So I do feel like you are going to be someone who is going to maybe use what you've learned from your own experiences to help heal other people and or help other people learn how to heal themselves, right? This is just, again, as I stated, a wise counsel. So, for example, you may write self-help books, or you may write a documentary, or just write books overall that help other people to find strength within themselves to overcome situations. It could be a step-by-step guide. You could be someone maybe who writes movie scripts and you put movies out, but they're movies that are about healing and strength and overcoming, and people will learn from this. For others of you, you may be a lawyer or a social worker or someone who protects and defends other people through like law enforcement, or somebody who makes decisions, because the Queen of Swords is a decision maker. So this is the energy where you could be in politics, or somebody that works in some sort of a field where you have the power to create change. You have the power to make things right. Queen of Swords is all about creating clarity and, in a sense, balance through the righteous energy that she operates in. Okay, so again, this is for each of you, it's going to be different, but this is definitely the energy of a very strong and powerful person. Your life's purpose is going to be um, is going to have you in a position where you're very admired, right? Queen of Swords is respected. So a part of your life's purpose is someone who's going to be highly respected, highly regarded, highly admired. People will seek you out for your knowledge, for your wisdom, because the Queen of Swords is very knowledgeable, very smart, very wise, very intelligent, very intellectual, and has a sense of clarity. So again, a part of your life purpose, no matter which career you go into or whatever business you start, for this group, is going to be something that's going to help create clarity for other people. And I do feel like it is going to have to do with healing, because we do have the Lover's energy out here after the Strength card. And the Lover's energy is the energy, it has multiple meanings, right? So it is the energy where it's healing, right? This is the energy of having two different paths, or two different, things that your heart is drawn to and desires. So for some of you, for example, you may decide to be an author who helps heal others through your words, but then you also may be a lawyer. Or for some of you, you could be in politics, but you're also maybe someone who's a therapist. Like it could be two different paths or two different distinct career choices that you have, but they are similar, right? They kind of coincide with one another. However, for a majority of you, I'm going to be honest. This is saying that a part of your life's purpose is to come into contact with a deep spiritual soulmate. There's something on your journey that is going to bring you into this energy. And I do feel like this energy is something that is going to be healing for you. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, as I stated earlier, this is someone who chooses to walk alone. Okay, this is a lone wolf, and this person is okay with this. This is a very confident and trustworthy energy. To me, the Queen of Swords usually is a bit sexy. I do say that because the energy that she has is so stoic and detached that it can be alluring and it does draw people in. So it would make sense why the lover's energy would come out when in a connection, especially with the Fool card at the bottom of the deck and the lovers at the end. This is signifying that there is someone that is going to come along that is going to fall madly and deeply head over heels in love with you. And I do feel like perhaps for some of you, this person is someone you may meet on in your purpose, right? Like maybe whatever you do for work, maybe this person will come to you for your guidance or your advice or for whatever you're doing in work. And then this is something where you two are like twin souls, right? Or your soul is similar, you see yourself in them and vice versa, and they fall in love with you. But either way, with this energy out here, and for some of you, this could be a friendship, right? This could just be a person that comes in that helps transform you. But for a majority of you, this is a romantic connection. And I do feel like perhaps with this lover's energy, this is someone who comes in, and when they do come in, it's like it heals something in you. Because with the Queen of Swords, this is oftentimes not the energy of someone who's open to love. So a lot of you right now, or maybe leading up to when you step into your life purpose, are going to be kind of closed off to love. Not really interested in opening your heart up to others, not interested in dating, not trusting, life or people enough to even consider dating. I do feel like for this pile, you do probably attract a lot of attention. I am getting that vibe, but I do feel like your energy could be viewed as very detached. Some may say cold. I won't, but that's because I'm a fan of the Queen of Swords energy. So I won't say cold, but it's definitely detached, definitely stoic. But I do feel like this makes you even more attractive. So it makes sense why there's such a deep and passionate energy that will come into alignment with you. Now, I am going to also say this. Well, there's a couple of more things I'm going to say, but I'm going to say this. With the Fool card coming out at the bottom, this could also signify that this lover's energy that comes in is going to help to create healing. And I do think that that healing is going to especially be intimately, because the lovers is a very passionate, deep, lusty card. This is usually a connection where there is a lot of deep, I'm trying to choose my words wisely for YouTube, but there's going to be a lot of deep, a lot of passionate moments, let's put it that way. And I feel like through those moments, as you get to know this person, I feel like this is going to be a strong connection and one that will help you to trust love again and to also in turn trust life, because we have the Fool card at the bottom, and that's a card of taking a leap of faith. It's also the energy of something happening suddenly as well. So I do feel like this romantic connection is going to come out of nowhere. I think it's going to catch you off guard, which would make sense because the Queen of Swords is a guarded energy. So in order for someone to come in towards this type of energy, if your guard is up or if you're aware it's coming before it comes, you may block it or you may find a way to, sabotage it or cut it out. So this is something that's going to come in when you're least expecting it. And I feel like once you transform through this romantic connection, you will more than likely operate in a full energy in the tarot, where you'll be willing to take a leap of faith. You'll be willing to trust the unknown. You're going to enjoy life. I feel like this is going to bring out a more happy, joyous, playful, loving energy in you, because the lover's energy, it does give that kind of vibe. This is like a very, it's like the energy can be very deep and passionate and a very mature energy, but it's also in a very playful and youthful way, right? In a very lighthearted way, I guess is the best word. So it's definitely given the energy that this Queen of Swords energy in you, it has worked, right? It has been necessary. You have become this person or become this person for a reason. But there is going to be a shift in your life that is going to help you to experience joy and happiness and excitement again. You're going to find yourself enjoying the journey and not feeling the need to be so guarded in life. Because I do feel like your life's purpose is something that is going to cause you to have to be in this Queen of Swords energy most of the time. If you're teaching, if you're in legal field, the Queen of Swords is a very serious person for a reason. And usually it's because whatever career you're in, it requires you to be on your P's and Q's. It requires you to cross all your T's, dot all your I's. You're about clarity. You're about helping others see clarity. You're about helping others to heal, with this emotional intelligence you have. And you have to, and then the intuition is very important here. So there's a reason why you choose to operate on your own energy. But it is on your journey with this Wheel of Fortune card. You're destined to enjoy the joys of life. You're destined to enjoy life. With this Lover's card, you're destined to experience a connection that is like the love of a lifetime, something that is transformative, something that helps you to believe in love again, something that helps you to believe in life again, something that will help you to enjoy the journey of life, not feeling the need to be so serious, not feeling the need to always have to always have to kind of feel like you need to have your guard up and not really trusting yourself or others or life to allow you to just throw caution to the wind. So once you come into connections with this lover's energy, I do feel like you may find yourself changing because this is an energy of a transformation in your life. When you go from lovers to the full energy, this is you taking a leap of faith in a connection, which is out of the ordinary for you. Based on these cards, for those drawn to this pile, it's unusual for you to take a leap of faith. It's unusual for you to throw caution to the wind. The Queen of Swords is very cautious and for a good reason. But someone's going to come along and you're going to find that you're more optimistic about life. You're more optimistic about love. You're enjoying, actually being in a partnership with someone. Because maybe again, for a lot of you, if not all of you, you have spent most of your journey on your own, operating in your own energy. A lot of you could have given up on love. But based on these cards, a part of your life's purpose is to experience a passionate connection, someone who lights your heart up, a kind of love that is exciting and fun and positively explosive and healing to you, where there's trust, where you feel this on such a deep soul level that no matter how cautious you are, you'll, again, with this full energy, you'll take a leap of faith on this. This is like a new beginning. It's like this connection starts a whole new beginning because the full card is the card of a new start, a new beginning, a new journey, and trusting the path, trusting the divine, trusting the universe, the higher power to guide you down the path you're supposed to go, and trusting that you'll be able to overcome any obstacle and you'll be safe and sound and protected. And I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like when you come into connections with this lover's energy, a part of your life journey is like you're going to start a whole new journey together. So maybe this person may mirror your energy, right? This could be someone who may be a King of Swords energy, for example, but definitely someone who is going to help you to see the potential in getting out there, right? So maybe you'll start traveling more. Maybe you'll find yourself making more memories again, find yourself wanting to go out again and maybe even opening it up a little bit to more connections like friendships and stuff like that. But there's definitely a need for you to kind of relax and live at ease, live comfortably, not living so stoic and feeling so stuffy and untrustworthy about life and people to the point where you stop living or stop enjoying life to its fullest. So a part of your life's purpose is to enjoy life to its fullest, to enjoy the beauty and the most exciting part of love and connections, to make memories, still operating in your Queen of Swords, because I feel strongly for this pile for a majority of you, if not all of you. Part of your life's purpose is to help heal others. With the Strength card, to have influence over others, to be able to help calm and balance that rage and anger in other people from what they've been through, and to help them operate in the Nine of Wands energy themselves. Where in the Nine of Wands, he's bruised, he's battered, but he's still standing strong, he's still standing tall, and he's still ready to overcome any and every other obstacle that may come in his path. And you've had to do this many times, which would make sense why in your life's journey, is to now help other people do this. This is a very powerful energy. To get the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Strength card, and then the Lover's card is a card of passionate and powerful healing. Yes, you are definitely someone who is going to help touch a lot of lives based on these cards. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's destined. So again, there and then we have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, which is also energy of something happening suddenly. So I feel like there is going to be quite a few shifts in your life. I feel like with this Queen of Swords and this Wheel of Fortune, this is one shift, right? This is like a quick, sudden change of events that you're not expecting, but it's positive. It's like an opportunity or just something that comes in, like maybe an epiphany moment or just something that comes in that helps you to step into your purpose. And then it's like you help to heal this people and help them to stand strong, turn their pain into power. And then it's like after that, after you have found your own inner strength, you move into this lover's connection. Now, I am going to say this with this strength card and this Nine of Wands, I do feel like for a lot of you, a part of your life's purpose is to take care of your physical health. Okay, there's something about your physical health that is going to be very prevalent because the Nine of Wands is about physical strength, right? And then this is in the card, he's bruised, he's battered, he's beat up, but he's standing tall and strong, bandaged, and he still has his power because he's built himself up physically, and even internally from overcoming so much. And then you have the strength card, which is about physical strength as well, but that one is mostly about inner strength and having mastered the art of turning your mental and emotional energy from that of pain to something that fuels you. So I feel like this is suggesting that taking care of your health is going to be very pivotal in launching you into your life purpose or into opening the door for this Wheel of Fortune moment to come in. So maybe the way you're eating, especially with the strength card, this internal. So the food you're putting into your body, maybe needing to drink more water. With the Nine of Wands, maybe needing to exercise more, do some sort of a fun physical activity that is in alignment with you. Everybody knows their limitations. I'm not saying go out there and exercise if your knees or back are not, in a shape to do so. I'm simply saying finding ways that work for you that you're able to utilize, if you go to a trainer or a doctor or what have you, and helping to kind of get your body strong because your physical strength and your is going to fuel and help your internal strength and your mental and emotional strength. And I feel like you're going to need that very strongly on this journey because this is suggesting that as you strengthen yourself, as your physical and internal strength, kind of intensifies and becomes more powerful, that's when this lover situation comes in. Because I feel like with this Queen of Swords, you are going to have to build a lot of strength to allow yourself to embark on this romantic connection. Because I feel like a lot of you have given up on love or the hope of love, or you just don't trust enough to open yourself up to it. But as you start your journey, as you're out here doing what you love and helping this one, helping that one, taking care of yourself, that's when this comes in. Because at that point, it'll be like you have found patience and you have found a sense of inner gentleness because the strength card, as I stated earlier, it's about gentleness. It's about having that assertive energy, but still having the patience, the humility, and also still having the gentle energy of being able to calm others. And then also the lovers is the energy of masculine and feminine energy. So I feel like this is signifying that you will be transforming and your masculine and feminine energy will be becoming more balanced if it hasn't already. And that would is what will also help you on this journey and also help to bring in this romantic connection. And then there's another journey that starts again with this person with the Fool card, but this is one that is about joy and excitement. Okay, so definitely a beautiful energy here. I could go on and on with this reading because there are so many messages that did come through. And I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting every single message out. But definitely a very ambitious pile. Your life's purpose is going to have something to do with you having a lot of power and authority, whether that is in your own business or at the head of a company, whether you're writing books, whether you're a teacher, a lawyer, whatever it is. For some of you, you could also be like maybe a fitness coach or a personal trainer or somebody who helps other people with their physical health and how that the way that they eat and exercise and move their body and take care of their body can help them to transform their own lives. Some of you, this could be something to do with you helping with health, because lover's energy can also be about the physical health. So yeah, this could be the healing in some way. This is a healing pile, but it's a healing from a place of power and authority, knowledge, clarity, education. Yeah, I really like this energy. But I do have two other piles to get to, so I am going to go ahead and leave it there. If it resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe. And of course, if interested, you can return to my channel. There are other topics, other videos, and other readings there. But other than that, thank you for clicking on this video today. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what is your life purpose. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the cards that came out, and then we will go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out for you is the Six of Swords, followed by the High Priestess. And then we have the Nine of Swords, followed by the Star card. And then the final card out is the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the Seven of Wands. So very, very interesting. Your reading feels very calm. I just want to put that out there. Even though we have like the Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands out here, is something very calming about this energy. So I'm going to take that as those drawn to this pile are very easygoing, or at least very much calm, peaceful people. You could be energies who prefer peace and harmony. You could be the type of individuals who tend to walk away and allow, karma and a higher power to handle those who have come up against you or whom have hurt you. There's a very strong spiritual aspect here because we do have the High Priestess. It doesn't matter your gender, it's just energy. But we do have the High Priestess out here, and this is the divine feminine energy. This is the energy of someone with a lot of inner wisdom, inner knowledge, a lot of spiritual wisdom and knowledge, because there is a strong connection with a higher power here. And then, of course, we have the Star card, which can also represent spiritual energy and trusting that things will work out and that things are aligning in your favor. There's a lot of hope and optimism here from a spiritual perspective. So again, I really feel like this is a pile of healers, right? But I feel like this is the energy of for some of you, if not all of you, this is the energy of like a cult, right? I feel like for this group, you're like tarot readers, or what are they, like the Reiki healers? You could be astrologers, or you could be people who teach these things, because High Priestess has hidden inner knowledge. For others of you, you could be a therapist or a psychologist, or something that you do for career is going to have to do with a lot of inner wisdom and knowledge. But because it's a High Priestess, I feel like this has a lot to do with occult or spiritual, right? There's something very spiritual. This could be spiritual lessons that you've learned, spiritual patterns that you've observed in life, or again, this is from personal experience, because the High Priestess is the energy of someone who has basically faced her shadow energy and has mastered it. This is the energy of someone who, in the card, there's the light side and then there's the dark side. And, you go from the dark to the light. So this is the energy of someone who has had to transform themselves. They've had to go through their own spiritual awakenings. They've had to go through a lot of healing and kind of facing, different aspects of themselves and choosing to move away from things and people that, are a hindrance to them. But it was not easy. When you get to this energy of the High Priestess, this is not easy. This is basically balancing your masculine and feminine energy. But in this case, it comes at a very deep, dark price, right? For this energy, for the people drawn to this energy, you may have had quite a few spiritual awakenings. You could have had Dark Night of the Soul experiences. You could be going through that right now for some of you. But based on this energy, it's like you learn how to walk away from conflict, but you also teach this to others. Because we do have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and that is the card of conflict and disagreements. It is the card of, rising above obstacles and overcoming challenges, especially when those challenges are people creating conflicts, people coming up against you, people trying to take you down. And this is essentially you standing up, rising above it, and overcoming it, but also then being able to find peace and harmony thereafter. So when we have the Six of Swords coming out, this is, smooth sailing, on calmer waters. And then it's like with this high priestess energy, you draw wisdom from what you walked away from. You draw inner strength and wisdom and knowledge from this, and you transform it. And then you have the Nine of Swords, signifying that after walking away from something, there is, that anxiety. Sometimes there can be depression. Those are those dark nights, those sad nights where you can't sleep, you can't, overcome. It's like you help people overcome this, especially when you have the Six of Swords. It's like people walk away from something that doesn't serve them, and then it's like they come to you as the high priestess, the wise counsel, the spiritual guide. And it's like they come to you with this Nine of Swords energy of having anxiety, depression, stress, feeling overwhelmed, feeling burdened, not being able to sleep, and just, being all over the place because of the past, because of what they've been through and what they're trying to get over. And then you have the Star card, which is the card of spirituality, of hope and optimism, and trusting in things to work out, trusting that things are going to work in your favor. With the Star card, this is like overcoming a hard time and finding, the bright side of life again. Just enjoying life and seeing the blessings in the current moment, right? It's like you help to provide that. You help to create that energy of calmness, especially when the Four of Swords comes out after the Star card. The Four of Swords is a card of restoring one's health. It's a card of resting, taking a time out, meditating, giving your brain a break, giving your body a break, and just allowing yourself to find peace, find balance, find harmony after many battles, after a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointments, a lot of struggles, a lot of conflicts. It's like you finally put your mind, body, soul, and spirit at rest and ease so that you can become stronger than before, right? Especially with the Seven of Wands at the bottom. This is the energy of a warrior. So it's like, again, people become stronger. They're able to stand up and overcome adversity and face adversity and challenges with ease, and overcome them with ease after, seeking guidance from you, or after whatever information you provide helps them to do so. Because the Star card and the Four of Swords together, it's a card of representing a time of healing and renewal, right? So I feel like you do help to heal others through something that is spiritually within you. Again, like I said, for some of you, this is the occult. You people may come to you for tarot readings, and you help them to get light, to get to see light and find light and truth and clarity, because this reading is about clarity. There's a lot of energy of you helping others to find insight, and to clear out, clutter. So that's within the mind and the body or the soul. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is you like maybe doing tarot and helping people to see, get answers and insight that they otherwise have no access to, or that they can't get themselves for whatever reason. Or it's astrology, where you help people to go over their charts, for example, and see and understand themselves in a different way, from a different perspective, with the information there. For others of you, you could be a Reiki healer, where I guess that's more of like a physical healing, or it's more of like an energetic healing, where you help people to heal energy that's stuck within them in different ways. I'm not too privy on that part of the healing process, but I know a little bit about it. For others of you, this is more along the lines of you being a therapist, right? Because with therapy and counseling, coaching, these are usually the type of healing where, in my opinion, the best healers, the best therapists, the best psychologists are people who tend to have gone on spiritual journeys and have learned through the experiences of life. Because books and education can teach you so much, but there's so much that you learn from going through life's lessons, especially with these cards. This is suggesting you've been through a lot of darkness, or you're going through it right now and coming out of it. But it's like when you go through the dark, it's like you step into the more light side of things, and you find a balance between the two, where you're self-aware, and it's like you have taken what you've learned from your shadow self. You've taken what you've learned from your own dark moments in this nine of swords energy, and you've learned how to transmute that. So as the divine, the high priestess with the divine feminine energy, I feel like you help to teach people how to transmute and balance out that shadow energy, those negative aspects and experiences in life, the past energies they've had to walk away from. With the Seven of Wands, the conflict, the obstacles, you help people to walk away from them, overcome them, and become stronger to overcome any other conflict and obstacles that should come up against them going forward. So it's kind of similar to Pi 1, but this energy is also very different. Like there's quite a few different elements. The healing aspect is what I'm seeing is the same, but this energy is very calming to me. Like it feels very subtle, very subtle. It's like you have this power within you. Like you're very there's something about your energy. I feel like your energy alone could be healing. So I feel like your life purpose is not just your words, but it's something to do with your energy, because there could be many tarot readers, there could be many astrologers, there could be many therapists, authors, who are writing books and giving inner wisdom. But the difference is that you can have a host of people in the same profession or career, but not everyone brings the same thing to the table, right? And for you, I just feel like there's something that is very unique about you in what you do. And it's something that's going to make you stand out, because we have the star card out here. And I always say the star card reminds me of star, bright light in the sky, seen, a celebrity, they're stars. So I feel like there's something about your healing ability, about the level of wisdom and knowledge that you've learned through life, about the journey you've traveled, about what you've learned from your own journey of overcoming, that is going to make you stand out. It's going to make you shine like the star energy. And it's going to be something that is going to be very pivotal and profound, to the point where it's going to help others transform and heal, to help others restore and find clarity, healing and renewal, and drawing strength, and being able with the Seven of Wands to successfully overcome obstacles, conflicts, disagreements, competitions, or whatever it is that comes at them. They're going to feel not only able to walk away from it and find peace and harmony, but going forward, be able to overcome any other obstacles that come in their path. So I do feel like your life purpose is a healer. And for each of you, it's going to be different. But for a lot of you, this is a cult. This is something that is like maybe I don't want to say forbidden, even though we know that's still kind of what it is, but it's a new day and age. It just feels like something that is very spiritual. I'll use that term because I prefer it. But yeah, this is spiritual healing. There's something about you. You are probably more than likely very attractive, because the high priestess is a very attractive woman. Very reserved, not easy to get close to, very detached. And you only share your energy with those that you know can draw true, genuine strength from it. But you're more than likely very beautiful. And that would also explain why the star energy is out here and why you will shine as well, because you're physically attractive. It's like the beauty on the outside is a reflection of the internal beauty and spiritual growth and light within the inside. Because the high priestess always gives me the energy of a guiding light. It's obviously spiritual guidance, but this is like a guiding light. This is the energy of someone who shines. This is the energy of someone with this huge presence, but it's like it's calm on the outside, but the power within, it radiates. You have a very profound and powerful energy. There's something very magnetic about this reading, about this energy here. You could draw in a lot of people. You could attract a lot of wounded people, people who need healing, people who want to draw from your strength and energy. And I'm feeling like you've had to walk away with this Six of Swords from these type of people, because I feel like those type of people where you may have tried to heal them, you may have tried to help them. I feel like instead of them receiving help or taking the help and utilizing it, I feel like you've had experiences where people put you in this Nine of Swords, where it caused you anxiety. It's almost like you were absorbing their energy instead of them absorbing the positive light and spiritual healing energy that you were trying to provide to them, right? So it was like an exchange of energy. but it was not one that was balanced or that was, done in a proper way, right? And maybe not from your end, it could have been from the end of others who just wanted to take from you and not give, or take your good light energy and give you this Nine of Swords energy. But you overcome this. So I feel like you help to your life purpose is to teach people to balance out themselves, balance their masculine and feminine energy. You help to create clarity through spiritual means or through inner knowledge and wisdom that you've accumulated from personal experience and specifically from a higher power, from the divine, from source. And you will stand out. Some of you you could have like a following, right? With this star card, you could have people that follow you. If if you write a book, you could have a book club or people that have a book club that follow you. If you are a tarot reader or an astrologer, you could build a great following or you already have one. But either way, you're going to stand out. In this group, you're going to stand out. The Seven of Wands could also signify that what is a part of your life's purpose is like you overcoming competition, you becoming very fearless, and also teaching others to become very fearless and courageous and confident in themselves, drawing strength from their inner peace, right? This is what this is suggesting to me because the Seven of Wands is an assertive energy, and I'm seeing all the calming energy out here, and it seems like a conflicting energy, but even the Seven of Wands is feeling very calm because again, this is courage, this is effort, this is successfully overcoming something. People draw strength from the wisdom that you provide, but I feel like this Seven of Wands is also suggesting that again, especially if you stand out, especially if you are well known or you have like again some sort of a following with the Seven of Wands, you could only a part of your purposes, you could have people that try to come up against you, right? Which is not really something advisable when you're dealing with a high priestess energy, because this is a very spiritually protected energy. You are very spiritually protected. So you don't even have to lift a finger. You simply have to continue to operate in this high priestess energy, and the higher power, those that work in the spiritual realm on our behalf step in on your behalf, right? So, and people don't always know that because not everyone is spiritual, but unfortunately for them, you cannot just target people unwarranted. And I feel like when people target you, they figure that out and they have to learn that the hard way. Either way, with the Seven of Wands, I still feel like, again, strongly, this is also still an energy of you helping people to become fearless and courageous and finding their voice, finding the ability to fight back. Because the Six of Swords energy is usually walking away and just, heading out on smooth and calmer waters. So this could also signify that people just walk away from conflict as a means to keep the peace, but by doing so, it's like maybe they're not voicing their opinion or maybe they're not standing up for themselves. And that could be why the Nine of Swords comes in, because it's like they deal with this anguish on their own. They suffer in silence, because they didn't speak up or because they held it in and they just walked away to keep the peace. But then you help them to transmute energy with the Star card to help to trust more in higher power, trust more in themselves, and just be at peace and still understand that they're able to be in this Seven of Wands. Their trust in themselves, their optimism, their joy. Once they, go through this inner healing and transformation, they draw this Seven of Wands energy to where they now know how to speak up for themselves. They know how to defend themselves, but still operate in this calm energy. Again, a beautiful balance of masculine and feminine energy. I'm so drawn to this pile. So again, I feel like I feel like all of you drawn to this pile are very magnetic. You could be very alluring, very seductive. There could be like an air of mystery about you because the high priestess is a mystique. She's very mysterious. She's not easy to get to know. So a lot of you could be very private, but very attractive, very sexy. Yes, indeed. But I am going to leave the reading there. I do have one more group to get to. So if this did resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if interested, you can return to my channel. There are other topics, other readings, and other videos. But other than that, thank you for clicking on this video today. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what is your life purpose. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the cards that came out, and then we will go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out for you is the Death card, followed by Judgment. And then we have the Ten of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups. And then the final card out is the World card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Swords. So a couple of different messages are coming through. We're going to get into each one. First and foremost, though, with the Death card, Judgment, and Ten of Swords starting out this reading, those of you drawn to this pile, you have been through it. Like this is a very heavy energy. The Death card and the Judgment card represents a very intense spiritual transformation. The Death card is usually like having to end and walk away from old ways of thinking, old connections, just anything that was keeping you down or that was hard for you to detach from or kind of cut loose. And then the death card represents having to walk away from that, ending it. And it is a painful ending that can drag out. And then, of course, you have the judgment card following, and that represents a rebirth, a new beginning, new ways of thinking, a new direction, new outlooks, new connections. They both represent death and rebirth. They both represent an awakening, transformation. And together, this is a very intense, very deep, very spiritual, could even be like a very dark kind of transformation, very much a heavy time frame to get through. And of course, it's followed by the Ten of Swords. Again, another painful ending. Usually, this is painful endings in relationships, connections. Oftentimes, it can be due to betrayals or um, unsatisfactory treatment, but it is one that is very painful, and it is one that can put you in a state of depression and sadness. So I'm guessing and I'm feeling like, based on these cards, that for a lot of you, you did go through a spiritual transformation, or you may be going through one currently. It depends on where you're at in your journey. But the transformation had to do with connections. It had to do with you learning to walk away from things and people that hurt you, or that were hindering you, or that were keeping you stuck in old ways or old energies that was not allowing you to progress and create the life that you wanted for yourself. Because we do have the world card at the end of the read, and that is the card of arriving, achieving your goals, completing a cycle, and achieving the life and creating and building the life that you desire. It's also representative of spiritual and material alignment and abundance. This is like having that spiritual growth, and it has, reflected in your material plane, in your finances, in your success, in your dreams. And mind you, after the Ten of Swords of painful endings, we do have the Six of Cups, which is our past. This is our nostalgia. This is old friendships, family. It could be our childhood. It could be, your college years. It's just the past overall, usually like close bonds, and experiences that we've had throughout our life that still sit with us. And in the upright, it represents good memories. But the fact that it's coming out with the Ten of Swords and the three cards preceding the Six of Cups, this is a very dark energy. It's feeling like maybe you've had to end a lot of pain, had a lot of painful endings in your past, right? This could have been family for a lot of you, friends. This could have been romantic connections over the years that you've had to walk away from, and it's hurt. But I feel like for this pile, a part of your life's purpose is to move into this world energy, to have spiritual abundance and material success, to be able to travel, to be able to enjoy life, to be able to create the relationships and the life that you desire for yourself. And I feel like that's coming after a very long journey of not having any of this. I feel like this is coming after a long journey of maybe financially struggling to find your purpose, struggling to figure out what career you want, struggling to, find yourself to struggling to find connections with people that are in alignment with where you're headed and what your heart desires, finding it difficult to walk away from connections. I just feel like this journey has been a long one, because the world card is the completion of a journey. It's the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, because just like you've arrived and now you have created and are continuing to create the life that you have desired for yourself. But it's usually a long journey, right? And then with the Six of Cups and the World card coming out, this is the completion of maybe a cycle of within your family. So for a lot of you, your life's purpose is to end generational curses. This is the pile of like a black sheep energy. And this is what it's giving me. This, especially with the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that's the student. This is the student of life. This, to me, this is the person who learns, from watching, from observing, from even going to school and, getting formal education. But in this context, I'm getting that this is someone who speaks up. They've learned lessons. They've taken from, this cycle of pain, and it's made them stronger with the Page of Swords. Now they're more guarded. They're more defensive of themselves. They're more protective. They set more boundaries. This is someone that has more clarity about what they want. They've learned and applied what they've learned. And then, of course, here, like I say, when you pick up the Page of Swords, he's standing there with his sword up, and he's just ready to, cut out anything that no longer serves him, right? And that could be a lesson that you've had to learn. That could be what has been a part of your purpose of learning to be in this Page of Swords energy and detach and protect yourself and just speak up and cut things out without second thought and just learn from it and use what you've learned from these experiences and apply it. And look at this. As I go to put the Page of Swords back down, we have the King of Swords underneath it. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's just energy, but this is interesting. Yeah, and then the King of Swords is somebody who is truthful, they're honest, they're straightforward. This is someone who is trusting, very intellectual and intelligent, a leader, a boss, somebody who, is diplomatic, a very smart and a person, somebody who sets boundaries and enforces boundaries. The King of Swords is an enforcer type of energy. And then it's underneath this Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you learn with this Page of Swords from past experiences, generational cycles, generational curses, things that you've went through, things that you've had to overcome, spiritual evolution, because there's a lot of spiritual energy here. And it's like you've learned spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and it's like you've taken that and you're meant to evolve into this King of Swords energy. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine energy, or if you're male or female. It's just energy. You're meant to become this strong, knowledgeable force, this person who is wise and a wise voice for others, someone who speaks up for others, or someone who teaches others to speak up for themselves. And I feel like for this group, that could be in your life's purpose. Like you may do this with books. You may do this as a teacher, as a professor, as a coach, as a therapist. You could be a protector or defender of other people because you've learned how to overcome and protect and defend yourself. So this could be you in the law enforcement, in politics. There's different avenues that this energy could apply. But I feel like, especially for this pile, for a lot of you, where this is a generational cycle that's being broken, you're breaking all these curses of walking away from things that don't serve you and not continuing patterns in your lineage and legacy. I feel like this is the energy of you being the voice in your family, right? Someone who speaks up, someone who's like, again, the black sheep energy, the person that speaks up, the person that calls out the BS, the person that makes it clear and brings to the table things that are wrong and things that have been going wrong, right? And not being afraid to do so, because maybe these are patterns and cycles that have continued because nobody wanted to speak up. And I do feel like for a lot of you, you will take this out even outside of the family and apply this. Some of you could be like family counselors or therapists, for example, somebody who teaches or who focuses, solely on family dynamics that are unhealthy, that needs to be changed, forcing people to see the truth and face the truth and transform and heal things that needs to be healed in their lineage, in their roots. This is a very heavy energy. Your life is like, based on this, you have had a very difficult journey in your life. You've had to overcome a lot. There's been a lot of loss. There's been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of transformations. So this is the pile where you may go through a glow up. Because when I see this intense transformation spiritually, we transform, in my opinion, from the inside out. So the fact that you've had to transform this way, and your journey in your life's purpose, or your journey of growth, could have started even when you were young, right? You could have started noticing different things in your family, different patterns, or being consciously aware of things on a spiritual level, even though you weren't conscious of it, of what spirituality was. You could have, started going through spiritual transformations very early on in life, right? And not knowing it, but going through the process. Or again, with this Page of Swords energy, observing, watching, learning very young, and then kind of taking what you've learned. And as you got older, being more vocal, speaking up, causing all these endings with the Ten of Swords. And just, it hurt, to walk away. It hurt to speak up. It hurt to do these indies. It hurt. But, it's like with the world card, you end up getting what you want. With the world card, you achieve spiritual and material abundance, financial abundance. You achieve your goals. You create the life you want. You create the type of lineage you want. It's like you're moving out of and dropping all these negative energies, toxic energies, and experiences that have been passed down from one generation to the next. And you, with this world card, become someone who, again, could be the first millionaire, the first business owner, the first homeowner, the first person in your family, for example, to have a actual home life that is happy, harmonious, and structured, with both parents, or a two-parent home where it's happy, it's joyous, it's prosperous, it's successful. There's no stress, there's no struggle, there's no toxicity, right? Every family has their ups and downs, but this is feeling very much like someone who is creating um, paving a whole new legacy in their roots, in their lineage. This is seeming very focused on family, very focused on the past. It's like the end of a cycle. It ends with you. That's what I want to. The world card is the end of a journey. So that's what I'm saying. It ends with you. There's a lot of endings. The death card, the Ten of Swords, the world card, but they all represent endings and new beginnings for the best. So your journey's been long, and it could have felt, and some of you could, still be in this energy and still trying to come out of this and still trying to overcome and heal from your past experiences, past relationships, disappointments in love. This could be, some of you may have been divorced. Some of you may, again, for most of you, this is just your life overall has felt very difficult and heavy. You could have found that relationships and connections, friendships, kinships have been very difficult and draining, and they've been very dark, and they've always had you in the energy of depression, or leaving you with all this heavy energy that you've had to transmute and heal from. And it's like, with you get the world though at the end, right? It's like this journey is difficult. The world card, this is a long journey. When you get to the world, it's a long journey, but it pays off because you now have the world that you desire. You have the world in your hands. You have created all that you desire for yourself. You have shifted and changed different generational patterns that will not affect your lineage going forward because you had to bear the brunt end of this. And being a curse breaker, a generational curse breaker, is a heavy crown to wear. I am speaking from personal experience, okay? This is a very difficult energy because you're carrying the energy and experiences that were passed down to you, and then those before the person that passed it to you, which is usually your parents and those around you. It's heavy. It's a lot of darkness because you're healing for different lineage and generations of people before you. And I don't think a lot of people realize just how lonely, dark, and depressing that experience and transformation can be. But in your case, you get the world at the end. You get to become more powerful. You get to become this well-respected, honorable person with this page of swords and that of swords at the bottom. Somebody who is now an advisor and a spirit, spiritual guide. I'll say that because of spiritual energy, but also somebody that is emotionally intelligent and a guide in that way as well, where you're now able to help other people, but especially those within your family. Because I do feel like there are some in your family who are going to want to learn from you. They're watching you and they're going to want to mimic that energy and not want to, continue this toxic dynamic and cycles that have been going on in your family. It's like you're going to change the game. And some of the people in your family, if not all of them, are going to follow suit. But even if they don't, and for those that don't, the people in your lineage going forward, the life that you create, the family you create for yourself, it's almost like this is going to be a whole new path, right? You're creating a whole new legacy, and it's not one that's going to be tied to this darkness of your past. And this is really heavy, but there's a lot of joy because the world card it's about harmony. It's about attaining your goals. It's about, pleasure and joy and fullness and wholeness and success and having everything that your heart desires. It's like being rewarded it's like you got to the end of the journey. The world card is having the reward, the joy, the fruits of your labor have paid off because you don't just have material success, you are spiritually aligned. So you're able to now really enjoy every aspect of your life, and you're able to continue to create every aspect of your life. And with the world card, this is the energy again. Some of you may travel. Some of you may literally physically move. Okay, some of you may literally physically move away from your family, away from your hometown, away from, where you grew up, or whether your trauma was tied to, or your past, disdain with all this dark energy is tied to, you may physically move away and you may start your life over and create a whole new legacy within your own lineage elsewhere in the world. Okay. With the world card, this could also signify that some of you could, your life purpose could put you in front of the world or in front of a number of different audiences in the world. So some of you could be seen, or again, as I stated with that Page of Swords, King of Swords at the bottom, some of you could even take this knowledge and wisdom outside of the family and want to help heal, the trauma in other families and toxicity in other family dynamics. And you may be a speaker. You may be a writer. You could just be somebody who, again, is some of you may focus just on your family. Others of you may want to help heal the world in this way. And the world card is also, again, the card of our purpose. This is where you have, stepped into your purpose. When you're in the world card, you're in your life's purpose. You're on your journey. You're on the right path. You're fulfilling everything that your heart is set out to fulfill. This is abundant joy and happiness in life overall. You found wholeness because you have walked in your purpose. And for a lot of you, again, this purpose is to help heal the things in the world that you've had to heal from, you know? And this could look different for each of you, but I'm going to put the message out there because it's coming through. Okay. But definitely a heavy energy, but one that seems like it is headed in a beautiful direction. And because I feel like because you've had to go through so much, that's why you get the world at the end. That's why you're headed to the world. You're headed to this whole full, joyous life full of purpose and happiness and completion and attainment. You've earned it. Death, judgment, and the Ten of Swords, you've earned this, definitely. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is giving a very, this is a warrior. Like this pile, these are warriors. I feel like you've had a lot of endings, a lot of spiritual transformations, and a lot of loss. And this could have been in your finances, in your careers and relationships and kinships and friendships. But that's why with the world, you get it all, not just the material success, but the world. You get, your purpose, positive connections, those that align with you on your journey. And you're happy, you're joyous, you get these beautiful rewards because you've stayed the course. And looking at these cards, that does not look like it has been easy, but you've done it. Page of Swords at the bottom, you've learned from it. King of Swords underneath that, as I saw. Um, and then you just keep evolving through life. It's like you master emotional intelligence. And I feel like for a lot of you, you never thought that this joy would come. You never thought that you would ever be able to get to this completion, like this journey of chaos and heartache and sadness would ever end, especially on a good note. And then with the world card, it's on the best note. This cycle completes. You complete this cycle and you get the most beautiful, joyous reward that you could imagine. I feel like for you guys, your purpose, once you end this cycle, some of you may have already, but once you end this cycle of your past and this transformation and ending this cycle in your lineage and all of this, I feel like once you actually are in your purpose, I feel like you are going to be blown you away by just how blessed and abundant and joyous life is for you and what it's meant to be for you. Because the world card always feels like the Wheel of Fortune to me, where it feels like this is destined for you. Like your purpose to do this, to end these cycles, to walk away from this, to change the course and direction of your roots and your lineage is something that you were here to do. And it has been heavy and it has been hard. But based on these cards, if you stay the course, you have the world waiting for you. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and leave the reading there. And if it resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if interested, you can return to the channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. But other than that, I thank you for clicking on this video today.